when Katt came, like people like, man, you said Katt. I say, first of all, when someone comes sit down, I'll always ask them, is there anything you don't feel like you don't want to talk about? Because if you're sitting in that chair, which you're sitting in, I believe you have enough of a career that I can talk to you over your career about something that's not your most salacious or something that you don't want to talk about. I believe you have enough of a career that we can talk about, exclude that, and still get the best Mike Epps.
That's right.
So when he came, I had no idea what he was going to talk about, but that's his story. Like, Mike, if you tell me your story, and I'm like, Mike, that didn't happen. That is your story. You telling me your story. I wasn't there.
That's right.
So I can't. There's like, man, you should have said no. Stop what? I don't know his relationship.
Well, you know what I think? Because I met Katt Williams a long time ago. We did a thing called, it was a comedy competition in the Bay Area. It's called the Bay Area Comedy Competition. And Katt was as cool as a nice and a motherfucker. His name was Katt in the Hat.
Yes.
And Katt, when it was time to do next Friday, Ice Cube asked me, man, you know him? I said, hell yeah, that's Katt in the Hat from Oakland, because I thought he was from Oakland, because he was always like a Bay Area dude to me. I said, hell yeah, that's Katt. He said, man, he funny. He put him on Friday After Next.
Right.
So
you knew him prior to Friday After Next?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
From like I said, the Bay Area Comedy. I thought he was from Oakland. And then he did the Bay Area Comedy Competition, and I knew him from there. But he was always a cool, calm, funny dude to me. I never seen all of the crazy shit that happened. But I can honestly say this right here. I really think that coming up in this business when you're young as a comic, you could probably relate to it in sports. I think you do get brushed by older guys the wrong way. I done been brushed by a couple of them, but I don't say nothing about it because I understand what this is. It's a sport, and it's camaraderie. And when you first come in the game, when you first come in the locker room, just talking shit.
Really?
I mean, in anything.
Yeah.
I think when you're coming into prison, gonna try you. You go in the locker room of a sports joint. You know that.
Right.
Am I lying?
They're not trying. A lot of, especially if you play this, because it's like, okay, I might take somebody under my wing, but am I really trying to take somebody under my wing that's really trying to take my job, take food off my table?
Hell no.
So
you're gonna be away with them, and I think that's what happened to Katt.
Right.
Crossed him a couple times. Steve Harvey. All of the motherfuckers crossed him some kind of way.
Right.
But it happens in the game. Because I'm an older comic now, and I run into all kind of young that sometimes I run into little young comics, and I be looking at them like, you need to get a job. Straight the up. Now, you're going to have to prove to me later on.
Right.
And if I see you again and you hot, I'm going to say, shit, this little end up turning into something.
Right.
But I know that can happen, and I'm pretty sure that happened to Katt.
Right.
Because it happened to me.
Right.
With some of the same that he was talking about.
Damn.
But I never took it the way that Katt took it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The only that I took that from, when me and Kevin Hart had a little problem, is Kevin was a dude that had came right up under me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And he blew up, and he got famous, and he got rich. And they were no longer talking about Mike Epps. But before Kevin came along, they was talking, I had this shit locked down.
Right.
I did. I was out on the road, but I didn't know that other part of the business, which was business.
Business.
You know, I got in show business, and all I was good at was the show part of it. Because I didn't grow up under business. And all I could speak for was really my work, which in later on in life, that shit ended up helping me because I did good work. And I didn't get the big accolades, but I did good work. But Kevin Hart knew how to do that show and that business. So he was able to get in there, and then I had to end up learning from him.
Damn.
That's how that shit worked.
Yeah.
The old learn from the new learn from the old. And I didn't understand that. So I took it to heart. You know, I took that shit to heart. I was looking at him like, shit, this is a little dude that came up under me that opened up for me. That sometime I put money in his pocket. And he don't remember, but a couple times I've seen him and he kind of brushed me the wrong way. And see, people do that shit sometimes, especially if you get some success. Sometimes if you get some success and you hot and a person see you and you don't respond to them or act a certain way with them, especially if they are OG to you, they'll take that shit to heart and all. This motherfucker think he better than me, you know? That's how that shit ended up happening. And I told him that when I seen him, I said, you know what? You actually end up putting fire under me. That's what it ended up actually doing. It put fire under me because at the time, man, I was settled in whatever the I was settled in. I needed some young to come along that was hot and the people was loving them and looking at me like, what you gonna do? You know? That shit hurt, but at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, you know what? I know what I gotta do. I gotta stick it to them. So I just went back to my regular roots, to who I really was and how I started comedy. You know, and that shit helped me, propelled me to keep going and stop looking at the new, stop looking at the old, and just focus on what you got, because there's only one Mike Epps. Ain't gonna be no other Mike Epps. It's only one Mike Epps. Go do Mike Epps, and you're gonna get whatever you get from that. And once I focused in on that, I was able to breathe and I'd be free and not look at the young coming up or the old.
I was gonna ask you, because you were on the Friday After Next with Ricky Smiley.
Right.
I had Ricky Smiley on the show, and it was great. Ricky was unbelievable. He's one of my favorite guests.
Right.
He divulged some information that I didn't know.
Right.
He said that he was originally cast to play Money Mike. Katt asked me, I said, Katt, how am I supposed to know? I wasn't on the set. I gotta take, if you were to say, you know what, Sharpe?
That's not true.
Check this out. If you were to say Sharpe, I was originally scheduled to play Damon.
Yeah.
I gotta believe that because you were there. How would I know that's not true? So I said, Katt, how would I know that's not true? So when we released the episode, and we had that clip that Ricky said that he was originally scheduled to do Money Mike, Katt responded up under it. I didn't think he said anything bad. I didn't know that wasn't true.
I don't think that was true. I think that knowing Ice Cube and watching how he works, because I done worked with him many a times, and he is involved in the casting.
Yes.
I think Ice Cube might have, vaguely told, because that's how Ice Cube is. He might tell a nigga, go read these two parts. I want you to read for this one and read for that one. Right. I don't know if that's what happened. Right. But it's something along the lines of that. Right. Where Ricky could have thought that. But Money Mike was originally
for Katt, but like I'm saying, so if you look at it, I don't think
Ricky liked the part he played.
Because he had the bandana on, you couldn't see it?
Yeah, and he said that me and Ice Cube was really hitting him hard with the tree. You know when we found him. And that nigga kept saying, man, y'all hit me hard with the tree. And Ice Cube was like, what's up with this dude? I said, I don't know. I said, I'm not hitting him hard with the tree.
You was. You were framing.
I wasn't hitting that nigga, man.
Yeah, you were. Hey, Mike, you were framing on him, man.
I wasn't hitting that nigga with that tree. Ice Cube slammed the tree on that nigga. And when he slammed it on him, Ricky got up and said, okay, that's it. No more of the tree slamming on him.
Man, I can see now you went overboard with it.
Man, I swear, I wasn't the one hit. Yeah, I was hitting him with the tree.
You was hitting
But I really wasn't trying to hit him with the I mean, sometimes when in acting, I think Ice Cube might have told me, go ahead and hit the nigga for real with the tree. No, he didn't tell him that. Oh, that nigga Ricky go mad. I knew the did that on purpose.
Yeah, and so that was the situation. I didn't know. I was like, well, damn. I remember thinking, I said, CJ, man, he revealed that he was supposed to be Money Mike. I said, people gonna really love this because he get. So I didn't know.
But can you see Ricky as Money Mike?
No.
Right.
It's hard to see because when you we've all seen somebody was originally supposed to play this part, or somebody was supposed to originally sing this song. Yeah. And after you hear that person sing the song, like, I know you can sing, but I don't think you would have did it like this person did it. Yeah. So no, I can't see him. I think Ricky played the role of the Santa Claus, and he played it amazing.
Yeah.
That klepto Santa Claus.
Do you think Gonzalez should be sitting where you at right now instead of you?
I don't know if that's his call. No. But
I just said that.
No.
But I was just fucking with you.
But if you look at the tight ends, look at all the tight ends. Me, Jason Witten, Gates, Gonzo, all the guys.
No, you took that shit to the next level though. You made it where you was the first tight end that was catching that shit.
Yeah, but I think the thing is, you know what it is, Mike?
You said it all.
When people come sit across from me, within the first 5 to 10 minutes, they look at me and they say, "This man ain't judging me." Mm-hmm. Whatever I've done or haven't done, I don't look at somebody with judgmental eyes, and so they're willing to open up to me because I don't have any judgment.
That's good.
And I think that's the thing that people love about me. I don't. You got them drunk or I didn't lead nobody. I don't make nobody say anything. So the question.
They just want to. You like a detective. You make tell on themselves. Like on First 48, the niggas just sit there and just tell the nigga all that shit. That's because most of these want to need a daddy. You look like a daddy to some of these.
But let me ask
you don't look like no daddy to me. You look like a big old.
You older than me, Mike.
I ain't older than you. How old are you, Shannon?
57.
How the is my older than you? I'm 55. Do I look older than you?
Kinda.
Hell no, you don't look like you, motherfucker. Stop cutting your face like a white man and let the beard grow on your shit. See how old your old Southern
I ain't never had no facial hair, man, because I ain't never had no beard,
that shit won't grow?
It'll grow, yeah. But I shave every day.
That shit won't grow.
I shave every day. No, I ain't got no splotchy. That ain't patchy. I ain't got to do no filling here. No,
you got to walk around like a white man. All your shit shaved like that.
And so, but I think the thing is, when Katt came on, though, everybody that Katt was really talking about had already been on the show.
Yeah.
Ricky, Said, Steve. Yeah. And the thing is, with Said, I asked Said, Katt said, you stole one of his jokes. Said, well, Shannon, if you take the timeline, it don't add up. He was talking about, I think he said about a spaceship and so forth and so on. So here come Katt again. I was like, Katt, I don't know, but I ain't heard that joke. You know joke. You in the comedy club. Yeah. So you know people joke.
Yeah, but you know what? Just looking at what he was doing, the went and turned the check into it. Went out on the road.
Yeah.
And went out there and people came to see him off of what he said on this show.
Yeah.
That was his hustle.
So that's what it was.
Yeah, and them niggas should have came back on here and roasted his ass right back. They said all kind of shit, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody's different. I don't think they them type of dudes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he should have came on here and roasted them back.
You mentioned that you knew you had known Katt from the Bay Area, so when you saw him on Friday After Next, were you surprised at how well he played that role?
Nah, man. You got guys like me and Katt, certain guys in the business. You know, we come from we can reach back and grab certain things that, first of all, me and him from the Midwest. He from Cincinnati, I'm from Indiana. And you know, we coming from a different perspective when it come to acting and performing. But I wasn't surprised because I knew, you know, Katt been around some shit. He done seen some shit. So, you know, when it come down to this acting thing and this comedy thing, if you don't have that background and that history, it's gonna show up in your work. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna limit you on your jokes. It's gonna limit you on your creativity. So, no, that was a perfect role for Katt. And like I said, Katt is a great actor.
Right.
You know, like myself. But you know, personally, everybody has their own personal shit. And that's where it get a little rough for all of us as comedians, man. We are some crazy motherfucking comedians. I tell everybody, man, we like, it's dark. You know, and I had to, whew. And just as a comedian, man, people don't understand the sacrifice for making laugh in your personal life. It's like you give up a lot.
There's a lot of times that you're sad that you're making other people laugh, but you're really sad in your own personal life.
All the time. All the time. That's one of the hardest things about being a comedian. And they call it tears of a clown. you know, because it's the real sacrifice of making someone laugh is that you got to be sad to make me laugh. You can't be happy and make me laugh.
Right.
And if I see something that you're happy, it's kind of made up, you know, because we come from dark places, man, to make people. I know I'm standing up here telling motherfuckers my whole personal life, and they dying laughing.
Right.
And I got to go to a therapist and tell the bitch the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And she got to make it make sense for me before I go make a motherfucker laugh about it.
So you got 2 therapy sessions, one which you're getting paid for and the other you're paying for.
Come on. 2 therapy sessions. One I'm paying for, and the other one I gotta. Don't laugh. This is real.
But you know what? But I had Miss Pat on, and Miss Pat said, although a lot of comedians do come from a dark, everybody doesn't have that same type of a past.
They don't. Everybody don't have the same past. I got a dark past. You know what I'm saying? My past is dark. I come from dark shit. Family, personal life, all of that shit. So, you know, I consider myself a hero every day because of the shit that I escaped.
What you've overcome, huh?
Hell yeah. That I know that I ain't even supposed to be sitting here, period. Supposed to be dead, in jail, strung out on dope, fail at this shit, you know. But I guess God had a better plan for me, you know. And I think that's because He knows I'm gonna do the right thing with my shit now that I'm at this age. I use my power to do the right shit, you know.
Want to join Club Shay Shay? Become an official member by hitting that subscribe button, where you never know who's going to be joining us for drinks and conversation. Don't be late to the party because you know we like to do something before 2 something.